Hello, this is Shell from CubsandCougarWomen.com, and I am speaking with Rich Gosse, the executive producer of CougarEvents.com. Good afternoon, Rich.
Good afternoon, Michelle.
Rich, can you tell us a little bit about the Cougar events that are happening here in Australia right now?
Yes, well, we did the first ever Cougar convention in the United States last August, had a humongous crowd, and so we did several more around the United States and decided that Australia would be next. So we're doing 3 Cougar conventions in Australia, in Sydney, Melbourne, and Brisbane, and each of those winners will be competing for the title of Miss Cougar Australia, which will be from the 3rd to the 5th of June this year on the Sunshine Coast.
Rich, are the Cougar events that are happening here in Australia a one-off, or will there be more to come?
Well, we've got the 3 Cougar conventions this month, Valentine's month of February, and then in June from the 3rd to the 5th, we will be doing the first ever Cougar Resort Weekend, where we will be up at Wyndham's Resort Surf Air on Markula Beach on the Sunshine Coast in Australia. And at that particular event, the culmination will be the 5th of June when we do the Cougar Ball and we crown Miss Cougar Australia.
That sounds really exciting, Rich. Can you tell us a little more about how Miss Cougar Australia will be chosen?
Miss Cougar Australia will be chosen by all the Cubs at the convention. Each one of them will have one vote, and whichever Cougar in the audience gets the most votes gets the title of Miss Cougar Australia, and one of her prizes will be a full week at the Surf Air Resort on Markula Beach, a week of her choice.
Rich, can you give us a little bit of background about yourself and how you became involved in hosting these events?
We started doing Cougar events 15 years ago, but of course in those days nobody had ever heard of the word Cougar describing singles dating, so we called them younger men, older women parties, and nobody particularly cared, nobody noticed us, they were not particularly successful. And then 2 years ago we changed the name of the parties to Cougar parties, and then all of a sudden people started breaking down our doors to attend. We had to turn away hundreds of Cougars and Cubs from our event when we did the first Cougar convention in San Francisco Bay Area, and since that time we get enormous crowds wherever we go, anywhere in the world.
They certainly have become very popular. Is it only Cougars and Cubs conventions that you are doing, or are you promoting other single dating as well?
Well, we are the world's largest nonprofit singles organization. We're called Society of Single Professionals. So we do 150 events a year for singles in the San Francisco Bay Area, which is where we're based. And then occasionally we take these events around the world. We do them on 6 continents. So the Cougar conventions are just one of many types of events we do. We not only do Cougar events, we do midlife singles events. We do young single professionals parties. We do wine tasting parties for singles. We do match your key parties where the men all get keys and the women have locks, and you try to find the one key that fits the one lock. We do all kinds of events. We do flirting conventions around the world. All of our events, however, have one common denominator. They are specifically for singles who want to meet new friends.
You offer a variety of fun activities for so many people. Is it easy for these people to access these activities when they are happening?
Yes, if people go on to CougarEvents.com, then they find out about all of our Cougar events worldwide. If they go on to thepartyhotline.com, they will find out about our 150 parties a year in the San Francisco Bay Area. We also have SinglesTravelCompany.com, where we organize 30 trips a year for singles. We go all over the world very affordably, and we match people up with roommates if they want to avoid the single supplement.
What kind of advice can you offer for Cubs and Cougars who are looking for romance?